off a platform and I die at like 60. So, you know, just like he comes up with some crazy things that you really didn't know like Toon Link was capable of doing. And so it kind of makes you really have to be careful. Yeah, now we have SpaceMiner versus Apparition, a rematch. Now, if you don't recall, the last time these people fought was about like an hour ago, and the set went to Game 5. But here's the thing, if I were Apparition, and to be fair, Apparition is really good at adapting, but SpaceMiner is really the adapting god. And if, you know, SpaceMiner probably, well, I don't know if SpaceMiner had too much time to prepare, but SpaceMiner might have been looking back on the VOD, you know, that he had against Apparition before to really see, like, how did, you know, Apparition beat in that time. So, yeah. Alright, nope, I feel like a counter probably would have worked there, but Apparition probably wanting to play it safe. It's game 1, you know, and taking that first stock can really be the decider of a set because it can give you a lot of momentum and confidence. So I can understand that. Ooh, I can't believe that that didn't at least trade a little. That's not dead, but could have been. I feel like if we get a grab, oh, that was really nice. I was going to say if we get a back throw, that would definitely would have killed. Apparition taking the first stock. Doesn't matter though. That's one thing that SpaceMiner is also known for. I know a lot of people say turtle up smash, but people should not forget about SpaceMiner up smash. He just loves to go for those reads, especially if you like to jump a lot. Okay, which Palus do like to jump a lot. Go figure. But yeah. Yeah, Browsers, Apparition does have the beard growing in. And I know, complaining about like low profiling up smash, but that is the Toon Link special, you know? Also, Gabe's not here, so. But yeah, so SpaceMiner very quickly now having a definitive lead. So we're definitely maybe seeing some adaptation. And yeah, good lord indeed. Like, it's honestly crazy, but Toon Link's kill power is kind of cracked. Which, you know, I didn't really think about. And I feel like one of the things that really sets Toon Link apart from a lot of these other characters that, you know, have kill confirms, like, for example, your Falcos, your Foxes, and, like, your Inklings and your DKs. Well, maybe not DK so much. Is the fact that, like, Toon Link's kill confirms last for such a long time. And so, like, he does have the problem of, like, once you get out of those kill, like, confirmed, you know, percents, he does struggle to kill. But it's really hard to get out of those kill confirm percents, especially since he just has so many things that he can kill confirm off of. You know, like, the two things he confirms off of, mainly, are both projectiles, and we're seeing that up smash again. So yeah, I mean, Toon Link up smash, very powerful, very good low profiling. You can use it at a shield. Dare I say, it is definitely better than Lucas's up smash. But yeah. So yeah, back air definitely very susceptible. Palu back air definitely very susceptible to being low profiled by Toon Link. So yeah, nice. Apparition really likes to use down air a lot. Like, you know, it really makes you think that move is super good. But honestly, I honestly think it is a pretty decent move. He uses it a lot for getting punishes, and it's really good. Is really good at making sure like that down air combos into something, even though it's not possible to spike grounded opponents. Like we're seeing that down air again, like just down air, down air, down air. But yeah. So Apparition now taking a slight lead. Let's see if he can take the final stock or take the first stock. All right. I mean, they're both at pretty high percent. So honestly, it's really anybody's guess. Okay, that was a really nice teleport. Kind of surprised that grab or dash attack wasn't able to get that. Woo! Okay, so that was really nice. And in that situation, I definitely would have gone for like a roll behind grab there and not an up smash. So that was really, really nice. Browskers, I know you say don't throw these landing aerials, but like Palutena is like aerials. Her tilts are not bad per se, but they're not good in neutral. They're really only good for ledge trapping. Like her down tilt is slow, her F tilt is super slow, and both are not that safe on shield. There's jab, which is like kind of fast, not a lot of range. Like the Apparition doesn't really have a lot of, you know, doesn't really have a lot of options. Not to say it's impossible for, you know, space or Apparition to play more grounded, but whew, that was really nice. That's also living. Wow. All right, let's see if Apparition can really, you know, rack up some percent. I'm honestly kind of liking some of the platform camping that we're seeing from Apparition, kind of slowing down the game a bit, which is something that, you know, a lot of people don't really do against Toon. They're always like, oh, I want to get my hits in. But remember, like, Toon Link, it's really not hard to get kills from these confirms. So, you know, but when you're on platform, it can be a little bit harder for Toon Link to kind of get some of these. And, I mean, we're seeing now, like, this patience has definitely paid off. And, okay, like, SpaceMiner, that, you know, first up smash, really, really smart, but I wouldn't go for that twice, okay? Apparition's not the type of person to do that. And yeah, I guess you can't tomahawk. I think Apparition's probably not thinking about it, but a potential reason for why Apparition might not be tomahawking is just because of the fact that Toon Link's out of shield game is pretty good. You know, up B is frame 6 out of shield, and will definitely kill. Okay. Apparition, what are we doing? Do you want to win? Play like you want to win. Wow. Okay, so, I mean, okay, if I'm SpaceMiner, right, I'm going to be thinking, okay, this same situation has happened where I'm, you know, Apparition in the corner, I roll behind him, and he's just shielding. So next time I'm probably going to go for a grab, because I've definitely conditioned my opponent into grabbing. But now, if I'm Apparition, I might be thinking, well, SpaceMiner is definitely going to think I'm going to shield again, so I might spot dodge. Anyway, just a little bit of the mental, game that both players might be thinking about. All right, Apparition, let's just play this a little bit more safe, okay? You know, let's make this set interesting. Let's take this to game 5. Win this game, okay? I'm just gonna say it. If Apparition doesn't get the stock in the next 10 seconds, then he's gonna lose the game. But he got it, so. We're seeing both players are grinning. Both players are happy. This is good sportsmanship, guys. This is like Holland and, oh my goodness, I can't. Hold on. This is like Holland and Bellingham. My bad. Bit of a soccer reference. I missed what stage I forgot. Sorry, I'm kind of tired and I'm hungry. But it doesn't matter, because my hunger does not decide the fate of the set. Okay, so, Browskers, I'm gonna kick you. Actually, I'm just gonna ban you from chat. Unfortunately, I can't ban you from chat, but just know if I could, I would. Anyways, Apparition at a pretty big deficit. SpaceMiner might just win this game. Okay, that was a nice 2-frame. That's something that I definitely wanted to see a little bit more from Apparition. And I definitely want to see a little bit less of these counters. I feel like he hasn't really hit any so far. The only counters I feel like he really should be throwing out is against Toon Link up B off stage. But yeah. So I know I keep flip-flopping on this, but I do think that, you know, if Apparition really wants to get some of these edge guards, he's going to need to start going off stage. He's now kind of just spamming Explosive Flame, and I thought that would have potentially like been good to condition SpaceMiner to recover low. And that is, but like he's just tethering, and he's tethering pretty safely, so he's not like really going to get a dash attack or anything. I understand that he's like trying to reflect Boomerang in like other projectiles, but I don't think it's that good in this matchup. Just because like if you whiff, you're getting punished super hard. It's not something like Lucas F Smash where if you whiff, you're probably not going to get punished. You're stuck in a bunch of counter lag, and it's like for what reward really, you know. So yeah, and the thing is like he's still technically in lag even if he does reflect it. He's stuck in reflection lag, so it's not like he's going to get a lot off of like that Boomerang hitting Toon Link. But I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, I just want to see Apparition maybe like try experimenting going off stage again, just to make SpaceMiner be on their toes. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's something Apparition is saving for, you know, a clutch game, kind of to be like a, you know, I'm now going off stage and you didn't expect it. Who knows? All right, unfortunately, not gonna get the ledge trap. I'm honestly expecting a reversal coming from SpaceMiner, but that didn't happen. No, tether, too broken. Yeah, like, see, yeah, if that bomb did reflect, what would have Apparition gotten, you know? I just think the risk reward, it's just not really worth it. Especially since, you know, now you've thrown it out so many times that SpaceMiner is just going to think that you're going to be countering. Now, there is a silver lining to this. Apparition can be like, okay, well now SpaceMiner thinks I'm countering. So he's going to be playing a lot less middle. So, in spaces where he could have gotten like a bomb fairy conversion, he's going to hesitate a bit to wait for the counter, but I'm not actually going to throw it out. So that might be one thing that, you know, Apparition can take, take advantage of. But we're going to need to see a kill really soon. Okay, that's nice counter. That's going to do it. That was a nice edge guard. Let's see more of those. I really feel like that shouldn't be... I know it's definitely a little difficult for Palutena to edge guard Toon Link, especially when it's SpaceMiner's caliber, but I do think that he can definitely do it more than he has been. But anyway, I've been talking a lot from the perspective of what Apparition can do, but let's talk about what SpaceMiner can do, okay? I'm not a biased commentator. And honestly, there's not much SpaceMiner can do. He's doing a pretty fantastic job of keeping Palu in the corner. And one thing I really do like about SpaceMiner's play is, apart from those up smashes, which, by the way, we haven't seen any more of, probably for two reasons. One, because of the fact that Apparition's like, I'm not going to fall for that up smash again. But also, two, probably because of the fact, like, SpaceMiner's like, let me just save this. If it goes to game 5, I'm going to use it. But, you know, SpaceMiner's not taking a lot of risks, which makes it really difficult for Apparition to really find these kills and just find these wins in neutral. That's not dead, and that bomb definitely saved SpaceMiner there. But yeah, and the safety, this safeness of SpaceMiner's gameplay, oh, that's really unfortunate, might be dead. Nope. The safety of SpaceMiner's gameplay is probably what's forcing Apparition to go for some of these reads. But I really think, ooh, that was nice. Almost a repeat of game 1. Okay, he's gonna neutral get up. And I thought we were gonna see a roll behind grab back there. That's definitely something I would have gone for. But very nice down tilt. But regardless of SpaceMiner safe playing, it's still losing that second game. So let's see if we can see some adaptations from SpaceMiner. It really does seem like Apparition has gotten a bit better at edge guarding, or is at least deciding to edge guard a lot harder than before, which is a really good late change adaptation to make, because if SpaceMiner can't out-adapt that, then Apparition is probably going to win the set. And yeah, SpaceMiner is now in the Palu multi-hit blender. Blender you really don't want to get B in, it's really annoying. But yeah. So SpaceMiner makes it back to stage pretty nice. Like I said before, one weakness I do feel kind of Apparition has been letting happen in these sets has been ledge trapping, even though he did win the past 2 games off of ledge trapping scenario. But still. And a nice 70% from SpaceMiner now. Okay, that let's drop double jump bomb fair. Sorry. That let's drop whatever. You know what I'm gonna say. It doesn't even matter. I'm really tired. My commentating skills are degrading. Alright, but yeah, this is gonna be hard to recover from. Like, I'm definitely just gonna counter here. Or not. Like, that's gonna seal a deal. Like, off stage is now suddenly very scary. That's very good awareness of Apparition teleporting. He does that almost every single time he takes a stock. So very good adaptation. It's like he had an Apparition, it would happen. Anyways, SpaceMiner having a slight lead, but not really keeping Apparition in the corner too much. See, like, that was reflected. What did that do? I feel like maybe at most what it did was like, maybe, you know, if he shielded that, he would have been stuck in more like shield lag, but yeah. Browsker, that was also an incredibly good pun because everybody knows that SpaceMiner's definition in English and actually many languages is a sort of premonition. So very nicely done. Okay, like I don't think I've seen Apparition hit a single smash attack. Like I know Apparition loves smash attacks, but unfortunately, like I really think he should stop going for these. Like genuinely. Or he's gonna lose. Or not. That was kind of smart because he has been, like, SpaceMiner has been going for these up smashes in the past. But like I said before, when this previously happened, I said SpaceMiner is probably thinking he's just going to shield in that scenario, so I'm not going to go for the up smash, and therefore was able to not get countered. And now SpaceMiner has the advantage. Both these players do have really good set play, and we're really seeing it right now. Okay, I'm calling... Okay, I was going to say I'm calling a down air just to end that game early, but I guess not. So if Apparition doesn't get a kill within the next 10 seconds, he's going to lose this game, I predict. I have a SpaceMiner about it. Oh. I think I know what you're talking about from the last set. Okay. I don't know if that was within 10 seconds, so somebody in chat tell me. But if it wasn't in 10 seconds, Apparition's going to lose. It doesn't matter how close this looks. Trust me, guys. Oh my goodness. Like, so going to game 5. All right, anyone in chat, did Apparition take the stock within 10 seconds? If he did not, and you know he did lose, you guys all owe me $5. Yeah, I just don't think it's possible for these sets to not go to game 5. Both these players definitely stressing out, and honestly, both these players are pretty good in game 5 scenarios. So, you know, I think it's going to come down a bit to stage choice. So I mean, let's kind of see what happens next. Thank you, Mirrors. I'm happy too, even though I only started playing in the series a year ago.
Start battle! Palutena!
Unless by series you're referring to Smash Ultimate and not this tournament series, which I've been playing since 2020. Alright, they're deliberating. About what? Who knows? Anybody, a good operator? Let me know.
3, 2,
Alright,
1,
SBF.
go!
The stage, I think, bit Apparition favored, you know, smaller. And yeah, those platforms are also shorter. I don't really know if that would really help Pally at all. But maybe it makes it easier to shark or something with short hop aerials. I honestly don't really think it'll make that big of a difference, but you know. And so far, Apparition with the lead right now. Ooh, I thought we were going to see an up smash. That's one thing that we really haven't been seeing a lot. And I do think, you know, one thing that SpaceMiner likes to do, and granted, this is something a lot of characters that have tethers, especially characters that like have multiple recoveries. So like Toon Link, Lucas, and the Samuses, they really do like to hang on to ledge for a long time, because when you like tether to ledge and you don't reel in immediately, the longer it takes for you to reel in, the more ledge invincibility you get. So SpaceMiner really does like to wait at ledge a lot, and I'm really thinking that we could see like an up smash to potentially punish waiting on ledge for too long. Like we just saw that again in waiting at ledge into neutral getup. I bet we're gonna see another neutral getup. Yeah, see. So I do think that up smash is probably something that maybe Apparition is saving, because that's something that he notoriously, at least against me, does not like to use a lot. And I feel like there are definitely some similarities between playing against Toon Link and playing against Lucas. So I do feel like we might see that to take to final, either this or the final stock. Especially if it goes to a last hit situation. I definitely think Apparition might pull the trigger on that. Anyways, Apparition is just doing an a terrible job of keeping that stock. We're seeing that run-up up smash, which I did say, we're probably going to see the run-up up smash again in Game 5. And we did. Now, are we going to see that again? I think so. Probably for last stock. Okay, no Browsker, I eat my words. That reflect actually is the reason why SpaceMiner is about to use the stock. So, yeah, you know what? Alright, we might not even need this up smash because Apparition is just dominating so hard. And I honestly don't want to play Apparition again. But you know what? Doesn't matter. What matters is this set, not the set after. Alright, SpaceMiner kind of shooting at nothing. Kind of seems like they're a Roy. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like, you might be thinking, oh my god, SpaceMiner spamming these arrows. So lame, so low skill, but, you know, that's getting damage. Very low risk. It doesn't matter how long it takes or how lame it is. Each percent counts. So, that is a very skilled thing for SpaceMiner to do. It's still lame, though. But even though Apparition does have this stock lead, I feel like not getting as much percent, like, doesn't have as much momentum as he did on that second stock of SpaceMiners. Like, their percents are pretty even. And that's not really something you want against SpaceMiner. I know this looks like, oh, he's in such a big advantage, but he's really not. Alright, let's see if we're going to see an up smash. Like, I seriously think this is an... Okay. I would have up smashed there. As Palu, I would have up smashed there. Just saying. You might see it if Apparition loses stock, I don't know. Good shield, good shield. I think that's dead. No, I'm just joking. Oh my god! Can you please stop, Apparition? You have not hit a single scratch attack this entire set. Like, please stop. Oh, that's dead. Alright. Well, Apparition takes the game. Wow. Winning 2 Game 5s in the same tournament is really nice, especially against SpaceMiner, okay?